I'm quite. My mom thinks the same way too. She's very impressed with you. She loves you a lot. Again, she's like, man, why did this girl marry my son? you know. So, hello, Annie.
Hi.
This is the first time I think. Well, I've only done a few videos on my YouTube page, so I guess this is the first time that you're
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Am I shoving it close enough
Yes.
to your face?
Yes, you are.
So, originally I was going to record this on my Canon camera, but I was having some issues with it, so I decided to use my phone. And then on my phone, we only have one mic, so I'm going to have to awkwardly. You know what? They probably can't tell that I even have a mic on right now because, it's probably being it's camouflaging with my beard. So, see, there it is.
It
See,
also might be a little too close to your
a
mouth.
little too close to my mouth. Oh, yeah,
You
there.
have it. It's down here.
Hold on, you
Wow.
have to you have to wait for me. That's the whole point of the. Oh wait, you have to wait for me. That's the whole point of the awkwardness. Now wait, don't laugh yet. Let me capture your laugh now. No, okay, so, um, yeah, this is gonna be interesting, Annie. So we didn't really plan too much. We're just gonna try to be natural. This is our 3rd-year anniversary, right?
Wednesday, yeah.
Yes. Well, they won't. Yeah, I might post this maybe on the Wednesday or maybe the Thursday. I'm not quite sure.
So
But
the 23rd.
hold on, you have to
Sorry, the 23rd.
the 23rd. Yeah, that's our anniversary, and we are staying at a very nice Airbnb, very beautiful area in Eastern Ohio. I guess we'll share the data. Um, Probably at in the intro, I'll share a little bit of a video, maybe a montage, just showing just the beautiful Airbnb that we are in. It's owned by Christians, and they have some. Yeah, they're incredibly just great people. They have some books. They have a Jordan Peterson book.
No, Nancy Piercy.
Oh, it is Nancy Piercy.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. You know what? It is Nancy. It is Nancy Piercy, but then the cover reminded me of, I think, a Jordan Peterson book.
You're not done talking. Why?
Oh wait. And that's why I'm a writer, guys. I'm a writer, not a podcaster. I am bad at this. I am so bad at this. It's
That's okay.
wait, you have to wait. You're terrible at wait. You have to wait.
I don't quite
I
know,
know,
why
I
you're
know,
having it so close
I know,
to my
I
face.
know. I am so bad at this.
It's okay.
But hey, we're having fun. That's good.
I know.
Okay, so yes, it is a Nancy Piercy book.
Mhm.
I knew that, but I don't know. Yeah, Nancy Piercy, and then the other book is by who again? I'm forgetting the other book that they had.
Hospitality comes with a key.
Oh, isn't that Rosario
Rosario?
Butterfield? Yeah. So she's obviously great. So yeah, so they're great people. So yeah, this is a great place. We'll share the details later so that you guys can, if you live in the area, even in Michigan or Ohio or basically anywhere in the Midwest, and you want a nice place, very kid friendly. It's a great place. We're having a great time. This is our 2nd day here, and it's been a good time for us to just relax and just take some time away from home and come here and just hang out for our anniversary. We have our 2 kids who are here with us, and yeah, our oldest is really enjoying himself. He's losing his mind just knowing how much space he has, and yeah, it's great. So anyway, we'll share the details of that at the bottom of the video, and then yeah. So 3 years. Let me start off with this. So last night I was talking to my mom, and she said that maybe out of all of her children, all 4 of us, maybe I've surprised her the most. And it wasn't a compliment. She said, as always, she said, I can't believe you actually got married. She said, I can't believe. It's like, wow, like you've become a husband and a good father. And it's like, I'm just so surprised. Yeah. But what she was referring to is, as I wrote in the article, that led to us becoming, knowing each other.
The camera.
Oh, okay.
You're noticing your face.
Oh, okay. Okay. See, I am really terrible at this, guys. I'm awful. Um, but yeah, as I said to you in the article that I wrote, which is 2017, which is now 8 years ago, about my fear of marriage and my fear of becoming a father, I was just so aimless, and she just thought, this guy's never going to get married. But then that's when I met you. And then, yeah, so you were the reason why my mom is very happy with my life, because she is like, wow, some very gracious, merciful, kind woman actually married this guy. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I'm just being honest.
I know. I'm just trying to get you have very large hands, and it's in front of your face.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to like help you move the microphone a little bit.
You don't mean that I have large hands. You mean that I have large arms. Right? That's what you meant to say. That's what you meant to say. Okay, stop it. I can make fun of myself. You cannot. Don't do it. Then I'll actually we'll get.
Who said I was making fun?
Wait, are you turning red, Annie?
No.
I think you're turning. Am I turning red? Am I? Are you sure? I think I see a little bit of. Oh wait, no, it's probably just the sunlight.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I hear the baby.
There's the baby. Yeah, he's.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Now, if I'm really good at editing, I might edit this part out. But if I'm not very good at editing, which I usually am not, this part might stay. Yeah, there it is. That's our almost 4-month-old. So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, 3 years of marriage. It's been great for me. What about you?
It's been really good. We talked about this. Did you talk to my mom or did I talk to my mom about how?
I do talk to your mom sometimes. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, just about how, like you've given me confidence to be more of myself. I was always very naturally a shy person, and I don't like to. I struggle with talking to people I don't know, going new places, without having like a good knowledge of where it is that I'm going. I did travel quite a bit before, in my younger years, but just, I have a business, and you allow me to.
What is that business? Although I prefer to call it a service. Sorry. What is that business? Although I prefer to call that. I'm just being silly now. Okay, no, it's a service. But tell them what that service is. Most people who know me probably know that, but those who may not follow us on Instagram or social media.
Yeah. So my background is in libraries, and I noticed that a lot of conservative and homeschool parents don't feel comfortable going into the library because they just see that it's a very liberal place, and they don't feel like it's a place for them. And so my service is called Library for Kiddos. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. And essentially what I do is I help parents through the best tips and tricks for library visits. And I have these really fantastic book lists. Fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's what everybody tells me. Anyway, I read and review and recommend books for kiddos ages 2 to 15 now, because I have some teen lists. And it's just to help you and your kiddo who loves to read. It's really hard navigating children's literature these days. And I find books that align with conservative and Christian values. And it's such a joy to serve families. I've had lots of feedback on how parents are much more comfortable going to the library now, and how they would never have time to pre-read all the books that their kiddo wants to read. And so It's just been a real joy to get that feedback
Yeah.
and know that what I'm doing really is serving these parents. And now being a parent myself, it's like, yeah, who has time to read? I do, because it's my job.
Hmm.
And because you let me make it a priority. My biggest priority, obviously, is to be a good wife, mom, and homemaker. But you also allow me to take time to work on it because you see the value in it and you see how it's something that is helpful to other Christian families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, it is. It is very, very helpful. A lot of people sometimes now, I go to conferences to speak, and they're like, "I know you. I recognize you." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's right. Yeah." They're like, "You're Annie Say's husband, right?" Like, all right, all right. So it's
That's only happened once or twice.
yeah, but that once or twice really hurt my pride because I'm like, yeah, that's right. I'm a big deal. I'm a big deal. And then no, they humbled me pretty quickly. Humbled me very, very quickly. So
Oh, that's funny.
no, yeah, no, you're doing really great work. I'm very proud of you. But you were saying something about, oh yeah, I guess you already did say it about your mom saying that you seem more confident now and
Yeah.
everything. So, which is great, which is a compliment, I suppose, to to the both of us that you're serving me well, and then I'm hopefully serving you well and leading you well. So
Mhm.
that's good. So look, we didn't really plan really anything. I didn't have any questions planned. I just thought, you know what, let's just do something random. I can be, I'm more comfortable writing. I'm not, I'm comfortable speaking now in front of people, but on a camera, it's just so weird. I feel like I can't be myself when there's a camera right in front of me.
Mm.
So I thought, you know what, instead of just trying to, be prepared, which maybe is a wise thing to do. I don't know. I thought, let's just be random here.
Let's just
So
wing it.
this won't be too long. We might have another maybe 5, maybe 10 more minutes of just chatting. But besides what you said, in the 3 years now, which is crazy, 3 years of marriage, how, I think I asked you this question before, but I'm forgetting what your answer was. Um, in the 3 years, how different, how much, I guess, in what ways have I grown since we got married? And I'll answer the same question for you too. Since we got married, in what ways have I grown? And then I guess, yeah, what concerns did you have that, by the grace of God, maybe I have, yeah, matured in, or that you realize that maybe weren't concerns?
So you're saying something that I was concerned about that I didn't need to be concerned about?
Or just things that you see me grow in and things like that. I'll try to answer the same for you.
Yeah.
Now, don't say too much here. Don't say too much. Be fake.
You,
Be very fake. Don't say what my real issues are. Don't say any of that.
uh-huh.
Just list, the whole point of this is to list all of my best qualities, not the worst. Just remember that.
So I had no concerns
No, no,
whatsoever.
no,
No.
no. I'm being silly. Just go ahead and whatever comes to mind.
So when he first moved here, he'd never the getting the visa and having him get here took a really long time. So we were engaged and had a wedding date by the time he came in February
Of 2022.
of 2022. Now, he did not realize where it was that I actually lived. When I said I lived in a town of 55,000 people, he thought I meant 555,000 people. So to say that it was a culture shock is a gross understatement. And that does not, I mean, that's where my house was. We go to church in the town where I grew up that has 600 people and a very small church where the hobby is hunting. And so it has been a struggle for him to connect to the people at our church and to adjust to life in a small town because he's never experienced that before. He never lived in a small town, never. Um, and when I say town, like 55,000 people, that's a city to us. And to him, it's like, you barely scratched the surface of a town or scratch the definition of a town. So at the beginning, my concern was, is he going to be able to adjust to this? I'm very close to my family, and the thought of leaving them and starting out marriage without the help of my family was really intimidating to me. And he knew that, and he knew it would be really difficult. And so instead of saying we're going to move, which a move would be easier for him to do his work, but instead of saying that, he dug in his heels and he's, I'm going to make the best of this. And it wasn't until probably a few months after we were married that I realized exactly how difficult it was, because I grew up with all these people that we go to church with. There's a dynamic that we already have, and to introduce him into that dynamic was just really, really difficult. And so we're still there. We're still at our church. We're still in the house that I owned before we got married, in the small town of 55,000 people. So yeah, just to see him grow in that and be so self-sacrificing, because it's a huge sacrifice for him. To just see you do that has just been really amazing and incredibly humbling.
I was not expecting you to say that.
Yeah.
I was expecting you to say maybe how well I have grown in my in grilling steak. I thought you would say something like that.
No, you've always been good at steak.
See, this is why I married her. See, this is exactly that. Good answer. Good answer. No, yeah. Well, that's kind of you, Annie. It's interesting because as you were talking, it made me think of how not only have I always lived in a big city, I've always lived in a very I mean, which I guess comes naturally to big cities, very different kinds of people. Even in Ghana, there are different ethnic groups, right? Which, for those of you who maybe saw my debate with Corey Mahler, there's so many points that I wanted to talk about there, but for sake of time and just different, I didn't get to it. But there's this perception that, in a place like Ghana, there's just the same group of people, but there's multiple different ethnic groups in Ghana. We all look alike, but many of us speak different languages. So I spoke like 3 or 4 different dialects when I was in Ghana. So I was always just learning, like just meeting new people, therefore learning about new people. I've always loved that. I have. My mom used to be so annoyed with me because I'd ask so many questions, which is why I guess I became a writer, because I just have so many questions. I just like to find the answers for these questions. And she's like, "Man, just shut up. Just stop bothering me." But I'm just naturally just a learner. I love to learn. And then when I moved to Montreal originally, same thing. I mean, my first class was full of Sri Lankans, people from Bangladesh, Angolans, all these people. And then we moved to Toronto, which is probably the most multi-ethnic city in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just so used to meeting different kinds of people. So it's been a real challenge to come to a place where I'm the only outsider, essentially, and where people just grew up together, so they just know each other so well. So as I'm trying to get to know people, it's really hard to do that when everybody
Yeah.
else knows each other already, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I only say that to say, um, I'm so grateful that you and I, though we have obviously very different backgrounds and upbringings and everything, that like I love spending time with you. I never get bored of you. I never, even when you talk about all the things I don't know what you're talking about when it comes to your birds and all the different small town things that I don't really care about.
The
I care about
trees,
you, the
the
trees,
trees and the swamps.
yeah, all the ridiculous things that you choose to care about. Um, I I care about you. I love, you're very fascinating to me. I love talking to you. I think, yeah, I think it happened again. I mean, it wasn't that long of a road trip. It was only maybe an hour and 30 minutes drive
Mm-hmm.
from our home for us to get here. And yet, I think, we're trying to listen to Joe Rogan. And I think we still listen to maybe 10 minutes of it because we always stop and just talk. We're always talking about everything. And yeah, I think we didn't get through more than maybe not even 5 minutes. I'm not quite sure. We really, by the grace
It
of
was about 10 minutes, probably.
10 minutes, okay. We really just enjoy talking to each other, which is a real blessing because, yeah, I'll be honest. I have not, but I have not made strong connections with people since I moved from Toronto. I've been very blessed with great friends in Toronto. I even have, and also all over the world, but it hasn't been the same connection here. And I only say that not to complain, it's just to say I'm grateful that I have a wife that I'm very, very close to. Which is a real blessing from God because I know that, look, we've only been married for 3 years. What do we know? We know absolutely nothing. There's some people here, watching and saying, huh, the storm is coming, you know. But people told us that the first year would be the hardest.
Yeah.
And we were like, when is it gonna happen? And
Yeah.
it didn't, and look, it's not because of me. It's because of you. You're just a really, really good wife and make it very easy for me. So, so yeah, so that's just the blessing that you have been for me. Now, I guess the question then would be, in what ways, I guess, have I seen you grow? In what ways? I mean, I guess you already mentioned the confidence thing, which is huge, real huge. But a big part, yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of goes together. You just are just a strong woman. You're strong. I knew that you were strong, but man, I didn't realize how much of a strong woman you are. Just the way you have been.
He doesn't mean physically.
No, no, not even close. Not even close. Not even close. I will tell you that you are absolutely pathetic when it comes to physical strength. You have to be. See, now I mean, now you know me. I'm gonna have to go all the way for it. You have to be the least athletic woman I have ever met in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just so you know, our children are very athletic, and it's all me. It's all me, and it's the pride that I have saying, "Yep, I'm the reason why. I am the reason why." Solomon, such a strong, athletic kid. Um, all me, not you whatsoever.
Yeah.
No, so no, no, we're referring to just character-wise, just emotionally, just the level of strength I've seen. And look, I'll tell you something. It's my mom is, incredibly, she's my hero in the faith, the strongest person, not woman, person I know.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I was like, man, is there anyone that can be as strong as her? And you're strong, Annie. I'm I'm quite. My mom thinks the same way too. She's very impressed with you. She loves you a lot. Again, she's like, man, why did this girl marry my son? you know. So, um, yeah. So I'm very grateful. Very grateful for you. Hey, I wasn't planning to just kind of, I'm usually speaking well of me, but I'm not trying to come here and appear to be all great by complimenting you. But it's just the reality that I'm very grateful for you. So, you have a question for me?
Mm,
If you do, I'll give you the mic. If you don't, that's okay. Again, this is, I was only, it's okay. We're getting to 23 minutes.
yeah.
So maybe a couple more
Oh,
minutes of
no.
something.
People don't want to hear us talk that much, do they?
Maybe they want to hear you talk, but they want to hear me talk. They're like, man, Samuel, say, keep on talking, that voice. No, no. I'm going to probably have to edit that part out. I'm
No,
probably going
no,
to have
no.
to. I don't want them to know too much of my personality. I'm just a straightforward. No. But yeah, look, 3 years of marriage, very blessed. Very, very blessed. 3 years means what? Over 1,000 days, right? Yeah, over 1,000 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because three. Yeah, yeah. So wow, man, God has been good to us. And we have
Mm-hmm.
2 children in 3 years. Incredibly blessed. So yeah. So we just wanted to just I thought, you know what? Hey, let's just do a. I know people have followed our story a little bit, from before I was able to
Yeah.
move here and everything. So,
Mhm.
and I don't think, yeah, I've only done maybe 3 or 4 videos on YouTube. So I thought, let's just do this.
It's a good
And then,
idea.
yeah. Okay, guys. So that'll be it. Look, if you, I know this was not very much. I mean, I guess there is some theological, aspects to this. I mean, everything is theological. So this is not the usual kind of, I guess, content that I plan to produce on on YouTube. But if you've liked this, please subscribe. Please share a comment. Very nice comment. If you don't have anything good to say, say it about me. Don't you dare say it about her. Just say it to me. Um, and then yeah, subscribe. And also, if you want to support me on Patreon, please do so. If you want to support me, also, you can go to paralithosfoundation.com, and then you can support me there as well. And then, yeah, please consider joining her service, which again is,
Libraryforkiddos.com.
and they'll find you on Instagram, particularly, right?
Mhm.
Instagram,
Yeah.
yeah. Instagram besides your website.
Right.
So, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you for, I know many of you support us. You pray for us. You share very kind words about what we do. So thank you so much. And God bless you guys.